How's it going, Tube Tech students? r/diddles here, and welcome back to my class. I'm sorry about last week. Things happened, Wi-Fi troubles, couldn't actually get online to record. Almost ruined my Phoenix Wright series on my other channel. Link is up on the board. Make sure you guys go check that out, because you get to hear more of my terrible voices while I play Phoenix Wright. But that's not why you're here today. You guys are here to see some of the juiciest top posts from r/thathappened. So what do you say we go ahead and jump right in? Now, I don't want to keep you guys from the juicy content too long, but I also would like to do a comment shout out. As you all may or may not know, there's a box outside the classroom where you guys can leave comments and criticisms about this class. We have one comment from a student named Biggie Baby who says, "Stop narration, you're not good at it. In fact, annoying. Ellipses." Now, I would just like to remind everyone here that this class is not mandatory. Every class here at Tube Tech is an elective. If you don't want to see this stuff, don't come to my class. It's that simple. But you know what? Whatever. He's allowed to say whatever he wants about my class. I'm going to keep doing this because the principal says I have to. Oh my god, guys. I was at Disneyland and I saw this lady go up to this little girl dressed up as Thor and say, "That's not ladylike." And the little girl jumps into a fighting stance, points her hammer at the lady and says, "Suck my butt," with the most serious look. I can't. Is there more to that, or is it just, you can't? You can't what? What can you not? My daughter has decided to wear her pajamas into Walmart. Everyone in the store gave her a standing ovation for pajamas. They applauded your daughter for not being able to put on clothes and go to the store. And even further, why a standing ovation? Everyone is already standing. They're getting their groceries. Why would you not just say, "Everyone clapped"? Why did you have to put emphasis on a standing ovation in a place where people are most likely already standing? Pretty sure I just received the best fake ID of my bartending career. A girl handed me my missing license from 2 years ago. Now, this story would be highly believable if you weren't a man! I actually don't know if the person who posted this was a man or not, but I'm just, Next, I have had IRL sex many times. When you are 6'2", strongly built, and have an IQ of 181, it is difficult to live the trad life. Even I wish I did sometimes. I'm gonna have to... Okay, what is trad life? Hang on a second, legitimately, what is trad life? Alright, so after doing a quick search on Urban Dictionary, which in hindsight is probably not the best website to be using for a family-friendly class, it says trad means traditional, typically used in the context of clothing, grooming, and other aspects of one's personal presentation. An item is trad if either A, was manufactured during the relative time period, usually the 1930s through 1950s, or B, is a modern item with design aspects inherited from or complementary with that time period. So it's just traditional. Why'd I have to look that up? Why couldn't you just say it's so hard living a traditional... When my nephew was 3, we went to the Caribbean. At the airport, the TSA agent said to him, "I gotta search your backpack, little buddy." Nephew had a Lightning McQueen backpack. I clearly raised him right, as he looked at the TSA guy and said, "Izzy says not without a warrant." I am highly suspicious that this person was probably hiding drugs in their nephew's backpack. If this is true, that is the only reason I can see this being the case. Background: I came out to my parents as gay last month. This Easter morning, I come downstairs to find my basket, a tradition in my family, and I can't find it anywhere. My mom gives me a hint. "It's where you were last year." The basket was in the hecking closet. You know, this didn't have to end up on r/thathappened. You could have just told an amazing joke. Like, you could have sat down and be like, "Oh man, I can't wait to put this joke out online because I spent a lot of time structuring the setup, and a really actually decent punchline. But no, you had to claim this to be true. And look at where you ended up. You played yourself. I'm a museum right now, and I'm really bored, so I was taking a selfie, and this really hot guard said, "Please do not take pictures of the artwork." And I apologized and explained I was only taking a selfie, and he does, "I know," and winked. And then they all applauded. I remember back when I was about 7 or 8, my mom and dad were going to war. On my last night with her, after she said goodnight to my sister, she just sang this old lullaby to me, like back when I was a baby. It was very similar to this. Fast forward several months, we get the news that they perished. After that, we had to go live with our uncle, who was cruel to us. Every night, my sister Lucy used to beg me to sing the lullaby. Now I have my own daughters, and I sing this to them in their cot at night. When they are older, I'll tell them about their grandparents, but for now, I just want to watch my sunshine and moonbeam grow. Perished. 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 They perished. My son did something similar when he was around 1-ish years old. We live in a 200-year-old We live in a 200-year-old house, and a couple of odd things have happened before. This morning, my son was in his high chair in our kitchen getting fed breakfast when he suddenly pointed to the entrance of the passageway that leads through our sitting room about 6 feet away. "Who's that?" he said. "Who's who?" I asked him. "It's a man," he said. My wife and I just looked at each other. We left it a few minutes till he was distracted, then I asked him, "Where's the man?" He turned his head around to look at the passageway again and said, "Ah, he's gone." Freaked me right the frick out. Your son was speaking in partial sentences at 1 year old? I think you might be mistaken. r/thathappened. Okay, so in my honest opinion, the best posts are when they get called out immediately. Because that way I don't have to come up with commentary. Watched a guitar salesman at GC lead a father and daughter around, giving idiotic advice about what to look for in a guitar. Salesman says that those things are literally untunable. At that point, I said, "Give it to me." I was testing out a guitar within earshot. The salesman goes, "Excuse me?" I walked over, took it from him, tuned it up in about 20 seconds, plugged it in, played some music, and said, "Literally untunable." Embarrassed salesman turns to family and starts to sputter, but dad goes, "I think we'll be going now." Salesman stares me down as they walk away. "Forget you, poophead," were my parting words. And then everyone in the store stopped playing Smoke on the Water, put their guitars down, and started clapping and cheering. See? What did I say? These guys are better at coming up with comebacks than I'll ever be. I remember a story similar to this. So I was in a club with some friends and I already drank 2 bottles of peppermint schnoz beforehand and I thought I was done for the night, but then I saw this other dude that already had a hard time standing up. So the only memories left of that night are that this dude took the salt shaker from the bar, thinking it's some sort of shot, and then he straight downed it. 2 times. And he didn't even flinch. To this day, I want to know what went through his head the next morning and also that night. The thing that most likely went through his head is, I bet someday someone's gonna make a false story about me on Reddit. My uncle was texting his 3-year-old who uses speech to text. "I'm almost home. What did you say? I can't read." Wee. I don't have any commentary for that. It's just... It sucks when you try to bring your kids into this type of thing. It's not even like a thing, it's just a thing, Expert commentary, Diddles. Expert commentary. Young mom on bus yanking her 3 kids around like an airport baggage handler. She calls the girl stupid twice. The girl sits across from me, defeated looking. Me. What's 6 plus 4? Girl. 10. What's 10 minus 6? Girl. 4. See? "You're not stupid at all." She smiles. The mom does not. And then, everyone clapped for this young child performing a simple math equation. And I was carried off the bus on their shoulders as they proclaimed to the heavens, "You, savior of children being called stupid by their parents, we worship thee. You got the horses in the back." Alright, so my friends at our lunch table were all joking around about Russian spies, and for whatever reason I yelled, "The order knows!" Everyone went quiet, and I heard someone across the cafeteria yell, "Glory to Arstotzka. We are currently best friends." Alright, I can tell you ahead of time, if you're yelling anything at a lunch table, I can guarantee you no one is going to say anything in response to you. Unless you're in college. College kids are weird. Hey, this is PewDiePie's channel, and if you don't like that, I'll slap you with the flannel. Hop on my camel and chase you to the North Pole. Oh, my camel's out of control. Run, call the police. I'm going to the zoo, there's animals to release. I'll take them all home and I'll show them my games. Take pictures of them all, smile, keep them in frames. His name is PewDiePie, ladies claim he's a cutie pie. Millions others disagree and say he's just a stupid guy. So who is right? Let's look at the facts. Dudes that like him, what did attack? Hang on a sec, what does it matter? Refuse to fight, it's a horrible act. And that's gonna cut it for r/thathappened, guys. I don't know if this video is super short. It's gonna take a while for me to get back into the swing of things after last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry for that, but you know, when Wi-Fi says I'm not allowed to be happy, I'm not allowed to be happy. So, with that being said, class is dismissed, and don't forget to submit your upload schedules on the way out, guys. Later. Oh, before you go, if anyone sees Water Witch in the hallway, tell her to come to the classroom. We need to talk ASAP. Yeah, you guys are dismissed. Later.